Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we're going to continue from where we started. Uh, we ended at identities, and I hope you have done the homework. There was one question. Uh, just let me refer to that. There was a question in the homework that many students confused was something like this: minus a minus b whole square. Now over here, which identity will apply? The the first identity or the second identity? Many students say the second identity, but this is completely wrong. Why is it wrong? Because both of the numbers have negative sign on it. All right, both of the variables have negative sign on it. Like I'll just minus a minus b whole square. All right. So that's the thing. You have to understand if there are two negative signs. There are two negative signs. Then the positive identity will apply. All right. So just this is one tricky question that can come in the paper. Uh, it's just this one. I don't think there is some anything else that will be difficult than this. Now today we are moving on and we are starting factorization. All right. Now what's factorization? Factorization is basically taking common and shortening whatever we have. All right. Now now what are the rules of factorization? Rules of factorization are that if if we have any identity that we can see, then we are going to apply that. And if there's something common, we're going to take something common. And mostly, in most case scenarios, we have to take common. All right. Now, what are the examples? First example. Oh, so let's try this question out. It's saying five is square minus 20. Now, how are we going to factorize this? First of all, always try to take common. Now, what is common in this? Yes, it's 5. So, so we're going to take 5 common. 5. If you take 5 common, what will be in the bracket? It will be a square minus 4. Now, this is a tricky one. Some students just leave it over here and just think that they're going to get the full marks. That's completely wrong. If they didn't factorize completely, they have to factorize this completely. And mostly this type of question is of 2 marks. All right. Now, what are we going to do further? Yeah, we are going to if any student knows the answer, he may also let me know in the chat. Yeah, so what we're going to do, it is that, yeah, so what we're going to do in this type of question is that we're just going to see if there is an identity applying. If there's an identity applying, you're definitely going to apply the identity. Uh, Now for the identity to apply, I have to bring this in a specific form, all right? That is a square minus b square. So this is my a, this is my b, all right? And if I just put this in proper form, this will be a square, then minus 2 square, all right? And then I can simply apply the identity, which is a minus b plus b, all right? So this is how we can we can go through these questions. Now let's do another example. In this example now, what we can do is a simple one. What are we going to take common? You can let me know in the chat. No, we are not going to take 5 common. We are going to take 5x common. All right. So 5x, and this is going to become x minus 2. All right. Understood? All right. Now, in the next question, what are we going to take common? Yeah. So over here, we can only take 3 common because that's the common in both of them. But there is also a common, so we can also take a. All right. Yes. Yes. Correct. So 3a and then 5a. 5 will be the bracket and plus 4. All right. Now let's see this example. Yeah, this one is a very good one. Now over here, we uh for some students you can only take one common, and taking one common is never a solution. One is never a common, all right, because one will be common in everything. Now, let me know if you know the answer, Khadija. Yes. So what are we going to do in this question is that we have to see if there is an identity is applying, all right. If the rules are simple, see, the rules are simple. If you just go, if you abide by these two rules, you're going to easily, you're going to go through these questions and they will be like a piece of cake for you, all right. Now, first I saw if is there anything common except for one? No. Now let's see if there's an identity applying. Now I know that one can be written as 1 square because the square of 1 is 1. And minus, I just copied that down, and I can write 16 as what? I can write 16 as 4 squared. All right. So if I write this, we don't need to show this step. You can just do the direct I'm showing that 4 square and b square. Now what's common in these both? Square is common. So 1 squared minus 4b squared. Now I can just is this in the a square minus b square form? Yes. So I'm just going to write this directly 1 minus 4b and 1 plus 4b. So this was a bit tricky one, but this is going to be like, I think, maximum 2 marks, but mostly it can come for 1 mark. All right. Now, what about this? What's common in this, Khadija? Yes. Good. 15 is common in this. 15 and x square minus 1 will be bracket. All right. Now, another concept we have to learn in factorization is basically middle term breaking. All right. Now, what is middle term breaking? Just give me a sec. Yeah. So in Milton breaking, what are the rules? All right. First of all, you're going to multiply the coefficient. You multiply the coefficient of x squared. Now, what's the coefficient? Just let me give you some examples to explain that. Now, for example, if I written 5x squared, 5 is the coefficient. If I written 9x squared, then 9 is the coefficient. If I written x squared, 1 is the coefficient. All right. So these are some coefficients. All right. Now, the coefficient of x squared and the constant. Now, basically, this means, for example, if we look at this example, what's the coefficient of t square? It's 1. And we have to multiply these both, all right? Now, what's the second rule? Find the factor of the coefficient of x that multiplies to what? Yeah. So the factor that you choose of the coefficient of x, or right, the coefficient of x like over like 7, like 2, like -2, like -7, and then you have to just expand that. Uh, it should multiply to what? Whatever you have multiplied over here, right? And it should add or subtract to the coefficient of x. Now let's do an example, all right? It's not easy to understand. All right, we have around 10 minutes left for this meeting. So I'm going to send another link in the same group, inshallah, and we're going to continue from there, all right? Now, the t square minus 2t minus 15. Now, how are we going to solve this one? Now, t square minus 2t minus 15. First of all, I multiplied these both, all right? Now, if I do 1 multiplied by 15, 1 multiplied by 15, it's 15, all right? Now, I have to find factors that plus and minus, that factors 15 that subtract or add 2, all right? Now, now let me just